to take you live to a press conference that is being held by the public prosecutor Nuruddin Haji. He is, of course, the Director of Public Prosecutions and the, Anti-Corruption Authority. We want to listen in on what exactly is going on. So let's cross there live and just listen to the proceedings.
Here, only second to none, at least in this country, in this area of work, in the area of investigating economic crimes and corruption. And that's why even as recent as a year or so ago, we were even rated the best in terms of handling evidence in fighting corruption or investigating corruption in the whole of Commonwealth Africa. That's what was reported widely. And we have confirmation of that. However, when you find that information that goes out to the public may not be in line with the correct situation or the facts that we have, it of course disturbs. And I want to say that our working relations, whether before the new DPP arrived or after, continues to flow in the same old right manner that we have explained. And that is why when I look at our statistics, even looking back as far back as 2016, there's something that you all should know. Every quarter of a year, we publish our output jointly through Kenya Gazette. And in the publications, we show how many files are sent to the office of the DPP for various recommendations. And if I may just pull out what is more interesting to you and to the public, is that files which we recommend for prosecution are looked at or analyzed by the office of the DPP, and they either concur with us or send them some back for further work or sometimes even different recommendations. And the statistics that I have is that we've had up to 99% or even more of concurrence in as far as the decisions that we find at the end of the day when we propose files for prosecution. And you'll be given the statistics for the last 2 years up to where we are today. And that concurrence means that what we do as the EACC in terms of investigations and the evidence we gather is that convincing at the DPP and even other levels, because even the convictions we have records show that in 2016-17 financial year, we had 33 cases concluded by court, out of which 25 were convictions, 5 discharges, and 3 acquittals. And all this, by the time we arrive in court, we are together convinced or satisfied ourselves that these are matters that can help us sustain these cases in court. And it's for the same reason that all the process holds for us is to go the back and forth to affirm our position. Otherwise, I want to repeat the fact that our statistics are very clear, and our statistics speak for us jointly that we do not fight over this. We've achieved up to 99% convictions up to now. 99% concurrence on matters that we discuss, and up to 79% convictions by the records that we have as at now. If matters change from now henceforth, time will tell and records will tell. But for now, I want us to be that forthright, remain that focused, and understand the statistics. We do our work intensely. We commit ourselves. We do not spare any effort. And by the time it goes to the DPP, they do the same, and we move to the next stage together. And therefore, I'll share the same later on in terms of statistics with you, but affirm that and stand by our statistics and by the information we provide in our files as we investigate. Thank you very much.
And I think to just clarify that the process is the way it is because the law has provided for it. That once investigations are complete, Then they are brought to the ODPP for us to look at it and decide whether we can proceed or not. And where there are loose ends and gaps, then we do that and return and ask the investigators then to cover those areas. And I think we did the same even with NYS, the one that we are dealing with. We did return the files to the DCI for them to cover areas. And at no time does that mean that there is a weak link. It is part of the process. We must appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll entertain maybe 2-3 questions, very burning, because we have prepared some summary for you. One, then second, the third one, 3.
My name is Sam Kituku from Citizen TV. In Parliament, you said that you were having challenges with some of the files that you have had to return to the EACC. You even singled out that out of 4 governors who affected, only 1 file.
Well, just to give you a quick recap of what exactly is happening at that event, it is a press conference that has been called by the EACC, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission CEO Halake Wako, and the Director of Public Prosecutions, Nurdin Haji. And they are defending their track record, saying that, well, of course, they have achieved a 79% rate of conviction, besides achieving about 99% concurrence on the issues that they try to tackle together. And of course, they're coming out to try and dispel the notion that their offices haven't been very effective in achieving their mandates, of course, having been in the glare recently because of the ensuing crisis around corruption at the NYS, which is currently making its way through the courts. Well, on that note, we want to take it to a short commercial break, but when we do come back, the conversation around entrepreneurship and the budget, especially for small businesses, is still with us. Jeff Njao Mwe, well, entrepreneurship trainer, mentor, and coach, still here in studio to talk to us about that. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Do stay with KTN Business Today and KTN News. We'll be back in just 2 minutes.